Welcome to Instant Trivia, episode 1865. Ready? Let's go. Which invention, patented by Christopher Latham Scholes in 1868, revolutionized written communication by enabling faster, more efficient production of text? The typewriter. What is the largest city in Turkey, located on both the European and Asian sides of the Bosporus Strait? Istanbul. Which comic strip exclamation of annoyance is an altered contraction of the pre-1800s oath God rot? Drat. Who co-founded Oracle, the company known for its database software and cloud solutions? Larry Ellison. India produces about 60% of the world's supply of which mineral, prized in high-tech industries for electrical insulation, transparency, and machinability? Mica. What simple plant-like organism that performs photosynthesis is commonly found in both freshwater and marine environments? Algae. What kind of animal is a Mexican black howler? A howler monkey, Alouatta pigra. Which currency unit was formerly used in Belgium and is still used in Switzerland? Franc. In Peter Pan, the directions are given as either second to the right and straight on till morning in the book, or second star to the right and straight on till morning in the film. What location do these directions lead to? Neverland. What name is associated with a famous case of alleged past life regression that gained attention in the 1950s, involving a woman who claimed to recall a previous life in Ireland? Bridie Murphy. Which British Prime Minister's bust was reportedly removed from the White House and taken to the British Embassy when Barack Obama took office? Winston Churchill. Which team lost the 1985 NC Division I Men's Basketball Championship game? Georgetown Hoyas. What river, known for its significance in American history, starts at the confluence of the Allegheny and Monongahela rivers in Pittsburgh? Ohio. Since 1980, which golf venue has hosted the Ryder Cup more times than any other? The Belfry, Wishaw, Warwickshire, England. Which 1964 satirical film features a character who famously exclaims, "Mein Führer, I can walk"? Answer: Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. Who was King Henry VIII's second wife and the mother of Queen Elizabeth I? Answer: Anne Boleyn. What idiom describes being exactly right in a statement or assessment? Hit the nail on the head. Which Australian director made his first American film with the 1985 movie Witness, starring Harrison Ford? Peter Weir. Who became the youngest world heavyweight boxing champion in 1956? Floyd Patterson. Which popular amusement park chain, known for its thrilling rides and attractions, has multiple locations across Texas? Six Flags. Which actor co-starred with Angelina Jolie in the 1999 film The Bone Collector, playing a paraplegic detective who must pit his wits against a sadistic serial killer? Denzel Washington. Which operating system did Bill Gates help create? Windows. Which African ethnic group, famous for its warrior culture, played a central role in early 19th century conflicts, and whose leader Shaka was assassinated in 1828? Zulu. What is the standard lap distance on an Olympic velodrome? 250 meters. Under what pseudonym did Charles Lutwidge Dodgson write Alice's Adventures in Wonderland? Lewis Carroll. Who is credited with founding the Special Air Service, SAS, during World War II? David Sterling. For which NFL team did wide receiver Michael Irvin play during his career, winning 3 Super Bowls? Dallas Cowboys. Which group of Scottish islands is famous for its unique wildlife, including the Shetland pony and large seabird colonies? The Shetland Islands. What type of women's hat, popular in the 1920s, features a rounded crown and a close-fitting design that hugs the head? Cloche hat. In the Olympic Games opening ceremony, which nation traditionally enters the stadium first during the athletes' parade? Greece. Which Confederate submarine was the first to sink an enemy warship in combat? H.L. Hunley. In the 1986 film Pretty in Pink, what is the name of Andy's wealthy prom date? Blaine McDonough. Which city was the site of a pivotal Revolutionary War battle that followed George Washington's famous crossing of the Delaware River? Trenton. What collective term is used for Jews dispersed around the world? The diaspora. In Herman Melville's novel Moby Dick, what is the name of Captain Ahab's whaling ship? The Pequod. Which U.S. Cabinet Department oversees FEMA, the agency that coordinates disaster response and recovery efforts? Department of Homeland Security. Which iconic pop singer released the greatest hits album, The Immaculate Collection, in 1990? Madonna. Which band released the 1992 album, It's a Shame About Ray, later reissued with a cover of Simon & Garfunkel's Mrs. Robinson? The Lemonheads. Memorial Day, originally called Decoration Day and now observed on the last Monday in May, was first commemorated to honor soldiers who died in which war? American Civil War. In the biblical story of Samson, which powerful animal did he famously kill? An animal commonly used as a symbol of strength and courage. Lion. 9 U.S. vice presidents assumed the presidency during their term to finish their predecessor's term. Name them. Answer: John Tyler, William Henry Harrison, Millard Fillmore, Zachary Taylor, Andrew Johnson, Abraham Lincoln, Chester A. Arthur, James A. Garfield, Theodore Roosevelt, William McKinley, Calvin Coolidge, Warren G. Harding, Harry S. Truman, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Lyndon B. Johnson, John F. Kennedy, Gerald Ford, Richard Nixon. Which book by a 19th century American author reflects on simple living in natural surroundings and is named for a small pond in Massachusetts? Walden. Which Shakespeare play is featured in Cole Porter's musical Kiss Me, Kate? The Taming of the Shrew. Which type of electromagnetic wave has the longest wavelength and is primarily used for communication? Radio waves. In which city is the TV series about obsessive-compulsive detective Adrian Monk set? San Francisco. Which Italian composer, famous for his operas, wrote Lucia di Lammermoor? Gaetano Donizetti. According to a quirky local ordinance, pedestrians in Elko, Nevada are required to wear what? Masks. Which hominid is named after the Neander Valley near Dusseldorf, where the first skull was discovered in 1856? Neanderthal. In which Shakespeare play does the character Jacques deliver the famous Seven Ages of Man speech? As You Like It. Which popular pub game involves players throwing pointed objects at a circular target, often played in pubs and competitions? Darts. That's the end of the show. Thanks for playing.